I want to talk to you guys today about negative emotions and turning them into positive emotions. So I actually interviewed about 22 moms, I think it was total, about their struggles in their daily life and just how difficult it is to be a mom. I was more specifically targeting like moms of younger kids, so like ages 8, 7, 6, and down. And overwhelmingly, moms were having problems with yelling at their kids and kind of being like a ticking time bomb. Almost every single mom said something like that. And we all have that mom guilt because we're yelling at our kids. And you guys, I have been there. I have let negative emotions and negative thought patterns just take over my life. And I felt stuck. And I'm sure many of you feel stuck the same way. You just feel like everything's negative. You're just overwhelmed with all of the things that you have to do. You're feeling like a horrible mom. You're just yelling at your kids all day. And like I said earlier, you're just like a bomb waiting to go off. I have been there. I have been that ticking time bomb myself. And I have learned over, I'm going to say probably the last 5 years, it has gotten tremendously better than the way it used to be. I have learned to take care of myself because I know that raising kids, specifically young kids, takes so much energy out of being you, just being a person. It just sucks all of your energy out. Those toddlers and those young kids are just soul-sucking little creatures, you know what I mean? And then also the fact that like mom life and how difficult it is all over social media. It's like bombarding you. Motherhood's so hard and hot mess mom culture. It's just everywhere. We're being bombarded with it. And we're being ingrained to believe that it's just normal and it's accepted and it's how we need to live. And that's not true at all. Your negative emotions and your negative mindset is not only affecting you, but it's affecting your spouse, it's affecting your children. Your children and your spouse both feed off of the way that you are. It's like I honestly believe that moms are world changers. I don't know if you've ever noticed this before, but like when your spouse comes home and you're in a bad mood, they could be in a good mood and then their mood is completely switched into a bad mood because your bad mood has rubbed off on them. So that not only happens to your spouse, that happens with your kids as well. Your kids mirror the way that you act. So if you're going to be Miss Krabby Patty over here, your kids are going to be Krabby Patties. So it's time to switch our process and it's time to switch the way that we behave so that in turn our kids are becoming world changers and they're making the world a better place. No. Oh, no. No, Krabby. What do you see there? So how do we do this? We start by working on ourselves, and it's not selfish for you to work on yourself as a mom. In fact, it's very, very important. It's important to invest in yourself, and it's important to work on yourself. Well, how do we do that? How do we work on ourselves? How do we improve ourselves? How do we go from being negative to positive? And my number one tip, and you guys have probably heard this literally everywhere, and that's because it works, is to practice gratitude. Like, look around you. How many moms, or how many women, not moms, how many women out there would kill to be in your shoes? How many women would kill to have, we've heard this before probably, our husband's socks to pick up and to put it right into the basket that's right next to the socks on the floor. So many women would love to have the chance to do that with their husband again because they've lost their husband, or maybe they don't have a husband, or whatever it is. Or you've heard about like moms losing their kids, or women not being able to have kids, and these women just want a chance to be picking up the messes that me and you are sitting there and complaining about. Yeah. So practicing gratitude is so helpful, and it changes your mindset. I heard once that for every one negative thought that you have, you need to replace that with 6 positive thoughts. I don't know if that's true or if it's scientific or not, but I kind of believe it. So I want you to, every time that you have one negative thought, think 6 positive thoughts. Retrain your brain. And speaking of that, you need to kind of observe yourself for the next few days or week or however long you feel like you need to. But what's triggering your negative thoughts? Is it in the morning getting your kids ready for school? Is it supper time? Is it bedtime? Like, where are you thinking the most negative? Because once you're aware of where you're thinking the most negative, you can start to train yourself and rethink positive thoughts before it happens. So if you know that in the morning when you're rushed trying to get the kids out the door for school, you're trying to get to work, if you know that you're going to be thinking negative thoughts there, you can go into that prepared and thinking the positive thoughts before you go into it. Because what you say and what you think truly does make a difference. And then the last thing is you need to be aware of your circle. So if you're around a bunch of negative moms, or if you're just around a bunch of negative people, that's going to rub off on you. You need to surround yourself with positive people so that you can change. And then a big one now is, because we're all scrolling all day long, who are you following on social media? Is it negative people who are always posting just negative things, posting like hot mess mom culture? I can't even think of an example right now, but just posting bad things that are going to switch your mind to not think positive things, but it's going to switch your mind to just continue down in your downward spiral. Stop following those people, and you need to follow people that are going to help you change for the better and people that are going to help you think more positively. So that's all I have for you. It's a quick little video here on just changing your mindset. It's such a helpful thing, and it has transformed my life, and I know that it can transform your life too.